All right, hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chase David Evans. I live here in Reno, Nevada, and I am starting my own business called Ruach Surf Shop. Paddleboarding is pretty much number one in the Reno Tahoe area as far as recreation goes. Obviously, Lake Tahoe, beautiful blue waters. In the summertime, people flock to the beach locally and from all over the world, and most of them either rent or own paddleboards. I personally grew up in San Diego, California. Didn't really have access to surfboards, but I grew up swimming in the ocean, body surfing, bodyboarding. And then in 2012, I kind of got bit by the surfing bug. And I got pretty much obsessed with surfing for the past 6 or 7 years now. And when I was first getting into it, I was borrowing boards and just doing what I could to get out in the water. Eventually I thought of the idea of why don't I just create my own board? And so I reached out to Mike Hall of Black Fern Surf in Portland, Oregon. He's a shaper up there. And I was kind of interning with him for quite a while, maybe a year. Basically, he taught me the ropes of, fiberglass work, resin work, ding repair is how I started. So basically, when I moved here to Reno, I saw that all these paddle boards were everywhere and nobody was around to fix them. So I became pretty much the only guy in Reno to do paddleboard repairs. Now you may be thinking, well, Chase, why did you move to Reno if you're a surfer? Well, even before I moved here, I was already researching and had noticed that people were surfing Lake Tahoe. And not super successfully, but people were surfing the river on a small scale. And that's the Truckee River downtown here in Reno. We get our biggest waves and more consistent waves during the winter time because of the winter storms that roll through the high Sierra. We'll get 50, 60 mile an hour gusts and sustained winds of 30 to 40 miles an hour, which creates 6 to 8 foot waves on Lake Tahoe. Conveniently enough, these waves generally mostly happen on the north shore of Lake Tahoe, which is the closest to Reno. Once I started surfing Lake Tahoe, I started noticing, wow, there's a lot of surfers up here. It's just very, nobody really knows about it. But for the surfers who live here, we love it. If you can't be by the ocean, Reno is, in my opinion, the best surf city. You got the river year-round, and you got Lake Tahoe in the winter. There's so much surfing here. I surf more in Nevada than I did in Oregon or California. That being said, there's nowhere to buy anything surf related here in the Reno Tahoe area. I believe that there's a great need for those items. Not only ding repair that I provide, but people want a selection of surfboards. People don't want to have to go on Amazon to buy surf wax and wait a couple days if Tahoe is going to be firing off waves tomorrow. I want to be able to provide these items for people. I want to put Reno on the map for surfing. River surfing is a legitimate thing, and it happens in cities like Bend, Oregon. It happens in some cities in Germany, I think is where it all started. And Canada, all over the world, people are river surfing, and Reno is somehow oblivious to all of this. And my main goal with Ruach Surf is to bring the awareness to the community and make people realize you can surf here, and you can surf a lot here. My passion is for this surf community, this tight-knit community where everybody knows each other, and it's a growing community. And my passion is to serve this community and be a part of it, and I want Ruach Surf Shop to be a place where this community can come and talk about the waves, talk about what's going on, predict the storms together, and just have fun. I pretty much have everything laid out. I have exactly what I want to open with as far as inventory goes. I have an entire vision for the space. I have a space already picked out. It's a communal space with multiple other local businesses that are deeply passionate about organic and community and being a hub for that community. The space is located at the West Street Market at West Street and First Street, which is about a block and a half from the River Wave. We can offer surfboard and paddleboard rentals competitively. We can offer brand new wetsuits, used river boards, used paddleboards, brand new paddleboards, whatever your heart desires. My goal is that we would have it. Now, in order to do this, of course, there's a money aspect. Having a communal space is really great for this company because it's almost like an incubator type situation where we put this business in a small, low overhead brick and mortar shop where we're not burdened by the monthly rent and all the fees and everything like that. Monthly rent wise, we're looking at like $421, I believe, with the fees and like electricity, all that kind of stuff. Of course, there's going to be insurance on top of that, but yeah, we're looking at about $400 to $600 a month, which is very cheap for a retail store, especially, and for being so close to the river. I believe this is the best space for Ruach Surf Shop. You have all these other great local vendors, and being a part of it, having that foot traffic already built into the store will be incredible for our sales. So basically, let me cut to the chase. This business startup will cost about $6,000, which is very cheap for any startup. That's what we're dealing with right now. Of course, more, like the more the merrier, but like as far as what we need to start this business, we're looking at $6,000. The money that you guys are able to donate today will go to creating a business license and all the legal fees, our initial run of shop shirts, which are going to be awesome, shop stickers, my first order of surf wax, loose towels, local vendors providing unique clothing, our iPad or cash register technology, a few months of rent, a security gate to close the business off from the rest of the building to ensure that we have zero theft, and also building costs. Here's a photo so that you can see kind of what our vision is for the display of this business. As you can see, we have the paddle boards on the right and the surfboards up front. And then basically the rest of the space will be retail space. So we'll have our clothing, surf wax, books, surf movies, plants, apothecary, used records, wetsuits, all that stuff will be in the bulk of the business. Most of our money will be made in clothing. So here I am asking you guys, friends, family, people of the internet, and so on, for a little help starting this business. I hope that we can build this community together. I hope that you guys can find it in your heart to give a little bit of money for this great cause. To fight corporate greed, we will also be donating 5% of all of our profits to a nonprofit organization called Waves for Change. Waves for Change is a program that basically focuses on underprivileged children, and people take the kids surfing, which is super cool. I will link more information on that charity in the description of this video. I hope you guys go check that out, but we're super stoked on the opportunity to be able to give 5% to this organization. That's pretty much all I have to say to you guys. I'm super excited about this business and everything that's happening, and I just want to thank you guys so much again for watching and for donating. And yeah, I can't wait for the grand opening. You guys are all invited, and when it comes down to it, I'm really trying to build a community here in Reno. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks for donating.